Hi everyone, today is Wednesday, March 16th. We're just a day away from St. Patrick's Day, so happy St. Patty's Day to everyone. And thought today we would talk about something in the spiritual life that I think we all struggle with, but is so essential to our spiritual lives, and that is trust. We often talk about, trusting God. Well, we all have to trust God. I don't know if anybody would disagree with that, but how do you do it? And sometimes it can be very difficult. Do I have confidence in God, in my relationship with God? Well, the word confidence comes from two Latin roots, I guess it's con fide, F-I-D-E, which means with faith, literally. So when we have confidence, we are with faith, have confidence in my relationship with God, that we're relying on Him, that we become vulnerable to God. And that's scary because when we become vulnerable to anybody, we could be hurt. And sometimes our relationship with God, it can be scary to be vulnerable with God, to be open to Him. Last week we had the gospel reading of the Transfiguration, and at some point St. Peter said, Master, it is good that we are here. It is good that we are here, to be present to this moment. And that's where trust and faith in God is. It's in this present moment. And I know we all hear this a lot, and we need to remind ourselves of this over and over again. Because too often in our lives we live in the past and we live in the future. And that causes a lot of anxiety to us right here in the present moment, and we lose the present. Are you the type of person that lives in the past a lot? You worry about things, decisions you made, mistakes you made, all the faults of your past, the sins of your youth, whatever. Maybe it's time to let go of that. Go to confession if you need to. Let go of it. Stop living in the past. Or you're the type of person that lives in the future, always worrying about what's next. Oh my gosh, I got to do this. I'm worried about this. And we get all filled with anxiety and we can't enjoy the present moment. We need to let go of the future. When it gets here, it'll be the present. And with God and trusting in Him, we'll be able to handle the present moment. So we call it the present because it's a gift and it's a precious present. And so what it really happens in the spiritual life is when we invite God in, it's time to stop trying to escape. So often we want to live anywhere but here. I don't want to be here because here's either too painful or too uncomfortable, whatever it is. And so we want to anesthetize ourselves, escape in some way, fantasize into another place. And we lose the preciousness of just simply being here with God right now. Being present to the person you're with at that moment. Being totally present to your child or your grandfather, whoever you're with, instead of worrying about, oh, I got to do this next, or why did I do this yesterday? We screw up the beauty of the present moment, which is really where God is and where we find Him. And it's really all we have is this precious present moment before us. There once was a disciple who went off with the master just to learn from the master. And he was with the master for some time. And when he came back, he got together with the other disciples, and they're all very much wanting to know what was most important to the master. What was the most important thing to him? And the answer came from the disciple who was with him. The most important thing to the master was whatever he was doing at that moment. Being present to whatever is here before us. I'd like to suggest this week that we become conscious of living one day at a time and live in the present moment. And one thing that can really help us with this is what's called a consciousness examen. St. Ignatius of Loyola got this together. There are different forms of it out there, but you could easily Google it. St. Ignatius of Loyola, consciousness examen. And at the end of the day, you go through your day perfectly, almost like a movie, and you ask yourself, what was present here? Was it just me and this person, or me and this situation? Or was it me and God and this person, me and God and this situation? And we become very cognizant of whether or not we are allowing God and aware of His presence in each moment of our day. The consciousness examen makes us really appreciate the giftedness of life, because you have to call to mind throughout the day, what are you grateful for? If you saw the sunrise, you're breathing, you have friends, you have food on the table. There's so many things for us to be thankful for. Try to make that consciousness examen at the end of your day. It's a great way to look back on your day and see the good things that have happened. I personally find it really helpful when I have one of those days where I feel like I didn't get anything done. I had like 25 things on my to-do list and I got like 4 done. Maybe God only wanted me to get 4 done. And going through the consciousness examine, I saw that other things coming into my day was really what God wanted me to do. You know, it's like that often quoted phrase from Father Henry Nouwen. Father Henry Nouwen said he used to get so upset at all the interruptions to his work till he finally realized that the interruptions were his work. Are we too connected to that to-do list that we can't move from it, and we miss the beauty of the present moment that God's handing us? This week, take it one day at a time and really make an effort to live in the present moment, to be present to whomever or whatever is right before you. The present is the gift. God bless you.